Here are the 10 weirdest and the most unique movie alien monster designs. The ones that are not humanoid, nor do they look like any typical grey alien or space dragons or any of the regular looking alien monsters. So subscribe if you haven't already, and now let's get on with this monster content. Number 1. The heptapods from Arrival. These are advanced peaceful space-faring aliens that have the strange ability to see time in a different way than us humans. They have jointed arthropod-like limbs, each ending in a point that can split open into 7-pointed starfish-like hands. They have a dull grey fleshy-looking skin with a smooth texture, and they seem to have no visible eyes or mouths. The 7 appendages only form a small lower portion of the heptapod's body, with a large upper section that resembles a long diamond-shaped body of a squid and a head-like object at the top. Seen in silhouette, the upper body of the heptapod kind of resembles a vaguely humanoid figure. They appear to be huge at 9 to 10 meters or 30 to 33 feet tall. Number 2. The xenomorphs from the Alien franchise. These are undoubtedly the most famous of all the alien monsters, one of the deadliest of all known alien species in practically all multiverses of movies. These creatures require a host organism in order to reproduce. The appearance of the xenomorph can vary depending on the host in which the embryo is implanted, but essentially they have an elongated head with no eyes or visible ears and a mouth full of fangs with an inner secondary mouth that juts out while attacking. They have 2 forelimbs and 2 hind limbs, and the body is biomechanical in looks, with dull-ended spires or dorsal spines that grow from their backs. They also have a long prehensile tail with a bladed tip at the end. They are dark colored, and most are 2.1 to 2.7 meters or 7 to 9 feet tall, but some like the Queen can be up to 6 to 9 meters or 20 to 30 feet tall. Number 3. The Goliath monster from the 2010 movie Monsters. While the octopus-looking aliens from that same movie are weird-looking, they still do look a lot like the cephalopods of the world's oceans. You know, the octopus and squids. But there are another type of alien in this movie. These Goliath monsters are similar to the octopus monsters but possess a long, cluster stalk resembling a neck with numerous other tentacles growing out of it. Any octopus monster can turn into a Goliath monster given time to grow. These forms seem to possess light pulsating organs, and whether it's for communication is still up to debate. These are giants that can grow up to around 86 meters or 280 feet in height. Number 4. The Mega Kaiju from Pacific Rim Uprising. Kaijus are gigantic alien monsters from another dimension called the Antiverse. Colossal in size, averaging hundreds of feet in height and thousands of tons in weight. Because of their body mass, 2 brains are needed to control the Kaiju's body functions. These monsters vary greatly in shape and size even amongst themselves, but here we will discuss the design of the Mega Kaiju. It is a fusion of 3 other Kaijus. It is hexapedal, meaning it has 6 limbs, each with sharp claws and talons. Its body is heavily armored with sharpened exoskeletal plates and spines on its back, and a very long tail with sharp spikes at the tip. It has 10 eyes, 2 sharp tusks, and a mouth full of sharp teeth. It is over 419 feet tall and weighs over 7,800 tons. Number 5. The Queen Arachnid from Starship Troopers. The Queen Bug is one of the leadership cars of the Bugs and plays a vital role within the hierarchy of the arachnids. Although queens can lay eggs to produce more arachnids, that isn't her only purpose. In terms of appearance, the creature shares some of the elements seen amongst the certain types of bugs, such as the warrior bug, but with a large beak-type mouth with a crown head. It has 2 large limbs that can be used to grasp the ground along with 2 smaller ones to hold prey, as well as 6 smaller legs to move across the environment. Its body is encased in a very hard exoskeleton that has a lot of segments. It has 9 eyes and a mouth that is truly hard to describe. Number 6. Legion from the Gamera movies. The Legion are a colony of extraterrestrial species of silicon-based organisms. The most unique form of theirs is the Queen Legion. On her abdominal region, she sports multiple egg cases which houses symbiotic Legion soldiers. Its entire body, the Queen Legion, is encased in a silicon shell and the entire thing is multi-segmented. It has multiple legs and sickle-shaped limbs behind them. In front there are 2 tunneling arms as well as 10 claws that form kind of like a crown around the head. That itself has a huge horn on the front. On the top of the torso is yet another gigantic sickle-shaped outgrowth-like horn. Its eyes are blue, has a mouth that can shoot lasers, and it is 140 meters or 460 feet in height. Number 7. Calvin from the movie Life. This alien right here is a very peculiar organism that was discovered on Mars and was cultured in a lab aboard the spaceship that brought a manned research team to the Red Planet. Calvin is first discovered as a sample of a dormant organic tissue similar to that of an amoeba. When provided with simple nutrients and water, it begins to grow into a multicellular form. In this form, it looked like a fungal mold that can move about. It then grows into another form that looks kind of like a flower with leafy petals that have veins and neurons visible from the outside. Calvin is an apex predator of Mars, and it's theorized that this species is the one that wiped out all life on that planet. Its final form was gigantic. It looked like a flower-like cephalopod with multiple limbs and leafy tentacles, as well as a mouth that has 6 lips that open up in different directions. Calvin is hella weird. Number 8. Symbiotes from the Venom movies. These are extraterrestrials created from the living abyss by a dark god called Null. Symbiotes were first seen in movies, in the 3rd Spider-Man movie from 2007, that was their debut, and now are famous in their own right with the Venom movies, bringing them up from obscurity. Symbiotes are dark, amorphous, symbiotic and parasitic beings that appear simply as a dark blob or mold that can stretch and make their way around with surprising agility. But when they attach themselves to a host, they would merge and transform the host into a monstrous being with the ability to create tendrils, tentacles, blades, shields and whatnot from their constituent element or matter. They are similar to the blob in design but are more unique in a sense that they can create shapes and alter their host's powers. Number 9. The Shimmer from the movie Annihilation. Lastly, we have a strange alien that was seen in the end of the movie Annihilation, and it is called the Shimmer. It is an amorphous being of unknown origin that crash-landed on Earth and began to terraform the surrounding area and create what is known as Area X, which itself has been called the Shimmer. Although the symbiotes were also amorphous, like this one, but this one is kind of different as it looks to be a bit gaseous and energy-based. It closely resembles an artificially created material called the mandible, whose structure is ever-changing as well as having near-infinite protrusions as well as sublimations. The Shimmer then transforms into a humanoid being after absorbing a bloody tear from one of the characters of the movie. Anyway, with that we come to the end of this video of the 9 unique and weirdest movie alien monsters. So subscribe if you haven't, ring that bell button for regular updates, and like our video for support. So, till the next one, take care fam.